Dolphins fans, we are presented by Aura, our sponsor here at Chat Sports, and they are an all-in-one digital safety tool that is keeping you safe online. That's so important in today's society. You can start your 14-day free trial at aura.com/chatsports. On today's show, I'm going to give you some training camp takeaways. 2 training camp practices are in the books. I'm going to tell you kind of what I'm hearing, what's going on over there in Miami Gardens. But first, if you're coming across our channel for the first time, welcome. We're all about the Fins here at Dolphins Today. Go down, subscribe, so you're ready for the season. Training camp underway. First preseason game, August 13th. The season right around the corner. First takeaway is Connor Williams. And obviously, we've talked a lot about Williams, him being the new starting center on this football team. Now, he signed a 2-year deal with the Fins to be a guard. That was the expectations. That was the expectation that he's going to be the starting left guard on this football team. And then probably, maybe 6 weeks ago at this point, we heard that he was going to be the starting center. That was a very big surprise because he has no experience at that position. Mike McDaniel was asked about that situation yesterday. We weren't signing him to be a center, Mike McDaniel said. We were signing offensive linemen. We thought his skill set would be best utilized at the center position. With him only having limited reps at it in the past, we wanted to give him a full opportunity. We weren't going after Connor because this guy is a center. We think this is a good offensive lineman who can play multiple positions. That's why those types of signings are intriguing. He will do everything to do the best he can at that position, but if the team is better off with him at another position, he's learning the offense from inside and out from the best position to do that, which is the center position. I love Mike McDaniel, but this quote was kind of all over the place because he's like, well, if the best position for him is another position, he's learning the offense from inside and out to be the – oh, my God, this quote's all over the place. From the best position to do that, which is the center position, what Mike McDaniel is saying there about Connor Williams. But, look, no news is good news about Williams. And trust me, if Connor Williams had one bad snap from the first 2 days of camp, I would have heard about it. I would have been all over that, tweeting about it. So no news is good news. The fact that we have not heard anything negative about Connor Williams in the first 2 days of training camp is a good thing. And look, I'm rooting for the guy. I hope he can be a good center. I hope he surprises me. And trust me, I'm going to apologize to him. I'll tweet at him. I'll Instagram message him, whatever, if he proves himself as a legit starting center in the league. And yes, it's not going to be tough to be better than Michael Dieter, but I want him to be a very capable center, one that is going to get the job done for Tua Tagovailoa in what is a very big year 3 for Tua. It's also a big year for Hunter Long, second season of him being in the league. He had a very minimal role in this offense last season, just played in 7 games, 1 reception, was not really utilized by Brian Flores at all on this football team, but he's expected to have a much bigger role this season. Here's what Barry Jackson said about him in the Miami Herald. Second-year tight end, Hunter Long, had one of his better training camp practices as a Dolphin, better camp practices as a Dolphin, catching multiple passes for sizable gains. He's competing with Adam Shaheen for snaps behind Mike Gesicki and Durham Smythe. Here is what that depth chart looks like right now. Right now we have Shaheen slated as tight end 3. However, I expect Hunter Long to make this team, and I think he's going to beat out Shaheen. And look, Hunter Long's potential is something that you look at and you get excited about. He was a third-round pick for a reason, had a very successful career at Boston College. He was underutilized last year, like I said. That'll change this season. I'm excited to see what he can do in training camp and in preseason games. But he has a better chance to make this football team than Adam Shaheen does. And I know most people are going to pick Shaheen that aren't really looking at Hunter Long. Mainly the people that are picking Shaheen to win this competition are people that are in the national media, not the local media. I think most local media, including Barry Jackson, believe it's Hunter Long's job to lose. Now, will Hunter Long make the team? Type M for make or type W for won't. Down in the comments section, go down. Chime in. Let's talk about JP, and Jaelan Phillips has been really, really impressive throughout the entire offseason program, not just training camp. He looked great at OTAs, looked great at minicamp. No surprise that he's stepping up in training camp as well. Wednesday's practice, he had 2 would-be sacks of Tua Tagovailoa. Obviously, in training camp, Tua's in the red jersey. You can't hit the quarterback in training camp. So they would have been sacks, but he couldn't make contact. Here's Cameron Wolf's take on this. Keep a close eye on Jaelan Phillips this season. He's had consistent flashes just about every day. I've watched the Dolphins this offseason. Potential breakout edge rusher in year 2. JP's going to have a big year. He set the rookie sack record last season, and it feels like people are still sleeping on this guy. He's going to explode in his sophomore campaign. By the way, let me tell you about our friends at Aura, because Aura is providing you financial fraud protection and identity theft protection, and you can start your 14-day free trial at aura.com/chatsports. They're going to give you real-time alerts on suspicious credit inquiries. So if you have a suspicious charge on your credit card, Aura is going to alert you the second that happens, because let's be honest, it's so tough to check our online banking account every day or every week even. So Aura is going to do that for you. They're going to keep your identity secure with extensive monitoring of your personal info. That's the link you see on your screen, aura.com/chatsports. You have to go to that link to start your 14-day free trial. And look, I started my 14-day free trial just the other week here at Chat Sports, and sure enough, I got an alert on my phone that somebody had a suspicious charge on my credit card. I called my bank. They paused my card. Aura took care of that. So Aura can do the same for you, aura.com/chatsports. Let's talk about Tua, and there's been some very mixed reviews of Tua's performance here at training camp. Here's what Adam Beasley said. Dolphins practice over, clocked in, not practicing today to run Armstead, Raheem Mostert, Michael Dieter, and Adam Butler. Rough second half of practice for Tua. Practice report to come. Hashtag PFN TC Tour. I'm guessing that means Pro Football Network Training Camp Tour, which I'm sure everyone really cares about. Safid Deed said this, though. Day 2, Jaylen Waddle got that dog in him, 7 catches and no drops. He might get orange jersey 2 days in a row. Tyreek Hill had 1 drop, still solid day. Here's what he said about Tua. Tua also solid, despite 2 passes thrown into the wind. Hill came back for 1. Second was the dropped interception. So it sounds like to me that Tua looked great in the first half of practice, but in the second half of practice, he had 2 underthrows. One of them was a dropped interception. So don't let what Adam Beasley or anybody else is saying in the media about 2 underthrows really take away from the days, the day that Tua had yesterday, and also the day that Tua had the day before. He has looked sharp overall, just 2 underthrows that have been reported. I thought this was great from Barry Jackson. McDaniel will relay play calls directly to Tua, as opposed to last year when Gotze delivered them in Morse code, sent by Charlie Fry, who sent them to Tua by pigeon. That is what we were dealing with last year. We don't have to worry about that anymore with Mike McDaniel, thank goodness. Type Uno down in the chat if you support Tua. That is the nickname that Tyreek Hill has given to Tua Tagovailoa. So go down, type Tua in the chat to support QB1. Let's talk about Penguin, because Penguin has been the storyline thus far of training camp these first 2 days. He showed up yesterday in the orange jersey. And may I remind you, Dolphins fans, because it's been a little while since we've seen this team on the practice field, that the player wearing the orange jersey is the practice player of the day from the previous day. And not only do they wear the orange jersey, they get to pick the music selection for that practice. So I hope Penguin had a little, I don't know. I'm going to get made fun of for this. My music selection would include a little bit of Taylor Swift. Now, considering that it's a football practice, I don't know how my fellow teammates would feel about that. It would definitely have some Travis Scott, and it would definitely have some Kid Cudi. Here's what Barry Jackson said about Jaylen Waddle. Receiver Jaylen Waddle, he had a spectacular leaping catch over rookie cornerback Kader Kohou on a high throw from Teddy Bridgewater, then took a crossing pattern from Tua Tagovailoa in 7-on-7s for a sizable gain, and then made additional catches for chunk yardage. I mean, look, Jaylen Waddle's the clear winner of camp so far, and we saw this ridiculous catch, and we can't show it to you because of media rights, but he made this ridiculous catch yesterday in practice, went way up in the air to bring it down. It was the best training camp catch I've seen, not just from the Dolphins, but of any NFL team, the videos we're seeing on Twitter. So Jaylen Waddle, the clear winner of camp so far. He might get the orange jersey 2 days in a row. Here's what Tyreek Hill said about defenses having to face him and Waddle. They are going to be scared bleepless. I know we have some kids watching, so I can't say the full word, but that is what Tyreek Hill is saying about this Dolphins offense. Do you think that Dolphins have the best wide receiver duo in the league? Type Y for yes or type HY for hell yes. I love that weigh-in. Go down in the comment section. Type your HY for hell yes, because Cheetah and Penguin, nothing is stopping that duo. Here is what Big E said, one of my favorite follows on Twitter. He's also a supporter of the show. Appreciate you, Big E. He said, Mike McDaniel just referred to Tua as the leader of our team, something I don't think we have ever heard from prior Miami Dolphins regimes. Look, the culture's changed. I know I've talked about that a lot, so I didn't really mention that as one of my takeaways. But Mike McDaniel changing the culture. He believes in Tua. This team has rallied behind Tua. It's going to be one heck of a season, which is why you should subscribe, go down, and hit that big red sub button to stay in the loop with all Dolphins training camp news.